Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Sweet Pea from CZT Yoko Kageyama. And I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, so this is a neat border tangle, and there we go. And there's two ways you can do it. Okay, so first, let's see, and I think I'm going to go, let's see, if I go this way, I'll run out of, okay, I'm going to go straight across, just maximizing my space and things. Okay, thinking what's going to work best. So starting off with a zigzag, and the lovely thing about this one is that it's not going to matter. You know, your zigzag could be, you know, could kind of go around a curve if you want to. All right, so then, looking at it either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to put some spirals coming right off the end. So I'm going to use the takeoff and land concept here and trace a little bit over and then do a nice little spiral and have these all go the same direction. Then, let's see, because I want them all to go, let me just look. See, I'm looking at it this way. Oh, you know what? This might be an easier direction to do it because I want them all to go the same direction. As I was playing with it, I had some going this way. It's like, oh no, that doesn't work right. I mean, it can. It just creates a new thing. Okay, well, let's see. In this, okay, we'll not worry about that little half part there. Okay, then from here, we're essentially going to aura this spiral and come down this side and land on that point there. So I'm going to do like this so that way I'm kind of adding, what do I want to call it? Adding a go around to the spiral and then coming back. And we'll do this on this too. And let's see. I just can't resist when I have a partial. All right, and then same thing on the other side. Okay. Then, from these, it's just going to be like a C-shaped curve line, but almost like we're taking half of this and, adding it behind it. So like this. Because what I said made no sense. And do that for all of them. I'm glad that I recognize when I make no sense. Well, I do it a lot. Okay, and then flip into the other side. And you see how neat that's looking already? Whoop. Oh, and here. There we go. All right. Also, while I'm thinking of it, make sure to take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can see, number one, the step out, and then two, Yoko's gorgeous samples. And I love looking at them because there's different ways you can finish it. Well, I'm going to finish it, which I'm going to cover in a moment. But just also the fact that however your zigzag or wavy line, because I'll show the wavy line in a moment, come out, it's not going to matter. And just, I mean, really, really gorgeous work. So do take a look at it. That's why I put it there for reference. Now, actually, because I have this, that spiral is going to come about right here. And like I said, because I can't, okay, we'll just do, there's that part, just because. How many am I going around? Oh, no, that's about right. Okay, and we'll have that get up there. All right. Because it was just going to bother me. All right. Now, once you have this, there are two ways that you can finish this. One, and as I'm looking at Yoko's step out, this is what it looks to me. See, now mine are nicely plopped together, except for this last one. So one way is to put a little straight line. I can fit a little bit in there, not there, here. Here is a little bit better, so I can put a little straight line in about, and then on this side, like that. Hollow bowing behind all of that. So it kind of gives the impression that these are hanging over. The other thing that one could do is to put orbs in, and you can take a look at that. I think on the next one, on the wavy one, I'll add that. But there we go. Now, if we want to do it wavy, and well, you know, if you watch my videos, you know I'm totally fine with saying I was not really comfortable with this one. I really wasn't comfortable with this one, and well, and because I said that, watch, this one will be like, oh, look it. All right, I'm gonna try to make my curve line a little bit more separated, and not you'll see in my step out, I kind of went, you know, way out a little bit. It still works out fine, though. That's the thing. And that's the thing I want to get across. Okay, same idea as what we did here. But when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, where am I placing? Where do I want that spiral to end? And so I just, you know, coming off this side, using the takeoff and land. And I seem to like to get right up to that, which, let's see. If I was coming up of here, it would be about here. You do want to kind of leave a little bit of a gap so when we come around, you have room. If you don't, I would just hollow bow, you know, underneath that. It's totally fine. Okay. And then let's do the other side. And same idea. We want these spirals aiming the same direction. Like so. And then, you know, everything else is, you know, similar to what we've already done. This has, you know, a little bit, obviously it's different because we're on a wavy line versus, you know, a straight zigzaggy line. And then coming through here. And these, this one not so much, but I'm working to either have them be, you know, the top part of this C shape sort of even, or even to come down a little bit. But like everything is Zentangle, it doesn't matter. Just do. Okay. And there we go. Now, let's see. You know, I'm going to start this one with a straight line. Well, you know, actually, I noticed that she puts in some extra spirals. So, you certainly could. So, for instance, let's see. Oh, we'll do right here. I noticed, and I think I'll come from the outside first, because that way I can place it and line it up. And then adding some orbs. Yes, I'm not going to do what I was thinking, which was to start with a line. But you could, because you could start with a line like this and then add some orbs. Also, I'm going to, because it's a curvy line here, I'm going to fill in this gap on these. And this one, what did I do? I didn't come up here. There we go, fixed. And then we'll do some shading. And it's such an elegant border once it all gets done. All right. And let's see. And you don't have to add that. Actually, let me do this. I'll start one over here. And this is where I'm thinking that, the line, we'll just do one. That way I can, and we'll put some orbs around it, different sizes. And then have them kind of come off. And then filling in those gaps and using some rounding on, like here on the other side. That's always nice. And then, like I said, you can have them go however you wish. Like that. So if that helps you to kind of figure, oh, well, I just don't know where to place it. Or if that's not an issue, you can kind of just, okay, here's a bit of a line, and it does, like I said, it doesn't matter. And just plop them in there however you wish. And like I said, adding that rounding and filling in the gaps just really makes a difference. And then let's neaten it up a little bit. Me talking to me. But with shading, it can be fixed. Okay, so we'll just add some orbs here. And you can add them, other places too. Up to you. It's just fun. Whoops, I'm off the page. And then also on Yoko's Step Out and Samples, nicely, there's some shading shown. Also, in these, you could put some orbs or decoration in those. All right, let's see. I see. There's something really neat about having that contrast in there. There's not really a place to add it here, but we can put in some line dots, which for those that watch regularly, I was itching to do that because it's my favorite thing to do. Because seriously, look at it, it makes such a neat difference. You could just put a straight line, or if these are wider, you could put the wispy type of line. Up to you. I think I might leave the other ones just the way they are, just because. All right. Nope. Move. Move, paper. It's just neat. Oh, that's where I was going. So you could, and maybe I shall, put some lines or some texture in here. And that was what, Yoko has. It's below the step out. Really, really nice. And it almost looks like it's with pencil. So, besides just adding pencil for shading, you could use it for texture. All right, so let's see. Some weighting up here. That's nice. But let's add just a little bit here. I like to add things where things gather. And then up here, where it's curving, let's add some graphite there. We'll get this side first here. Oh, and then if you want to add, you can just use what's left on your tortillon and just dab some. Look at the difference that made. Just dabbing some graphite on those orbs. No rhyme, no reason, no nothing. And while I have this in this direction, I'm going to bring those out. And actually, if you do that kind of at the end, then you have some graphite built up. And it's nicer. That way you can get it nice and light. You don't have to worry about the graphite remorse. Neat. And if you want it more curvy, just add, go a little bit darker with the graphite, and that will make it more more bendy. You could also have fun with, doing some stuff if you wanted to in those spirals. Up to you. So let's add some graphite to this one. This you almost don't need to put graphite in these tips, but sometimes it adds a little bit extra, which is nice. Personal choices. Just adds a little bit more. Okay. No, we'll put graphite down first. Sometimes you just have to be careful that, because as it gets built up and then you put graphite down and then it's darker than you expect. So that's why it's always nice if there's a place where you can, use it to, to wipe things off, then that is good. Really, really neat. All right, on this one, I'm going to use the pen though, and go light. Although, that we have these nice grays. Talk myself into it. If you don't have them, this is an enabler alert. Okay. And if you don't have them and you want to get them, I forget to plug some things. On my website, link is in the description section. And I'm just going to go lightly. I don't even need to go lightly because this gray is already light. Yeah, you can see it. It looks like graphite, doesn't it? You will find the enabler fulfillment center. I think that's what I call it, just as a joke, because it's our little Tangle Addicts joke. And it's essentially the store. So you can get Zentangle official Zentangle supplies from me if you wish. And I also I have a couple of links there now. I'm working to build things up. I'm just adding some just to look at how neat that looks. There needs to be some more here. If you go light, then it doesn't matter. How your lines don't have to be exact, which is nice. I just want this to be like a texture. Like that. Yeah, very cool. So I have a couple links. One to Dick Blick. They have great prices on things, and they have these in sets. You can buy pens individually. So a lot of times when you get a set and you use one color a lot, you don't want to have to go buy a new set. So they have a lot of that kind of thing, and I'll have to put includes well, it's not really. It's only a paid promotion if you shop there. That's your choice. But I just want to let you know there's links there. Also, there's some other links there on that. So it ended up supporting me without costing you anything. So I appreciate that and want to let you know that it's there. All right. So with texture, without texture, curvy, zigzaggy, super neat. And I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, please click on that like button, as well as if you've not subscribed yet, would love to have you be a subscriber. So go ahead and click that button as well. I mentioned the description section, the description section, which, if you, every once in a while I get the question, so I'll make sure to say, sometimes it's hard to find, I have to admit. If you're on an app, sometimes it's just a little down arrow. It's like below the title of the video, or somewhere in there. And it might say like, see more, read more, or just see this little down arrow, just like a little V type shape, and that's where you'll find it. So links to the step outs, links to my website, Facebook page, and also if you want to join the conversation, we have an amazing Facebook community. We have a private group, so a link to that there as well. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.